Hi Richard, hope you are well. I just wanted to give you an update on what the advert's doing so far. Has it improved? Has it got worse? Has it got better? And what we can do just to, I think you mentioned before that you want to try and focus on certain areas, or you might be getting a few outside the areas. So I'll run you through this, and then if you can let me know afterwards, once you've watched the video, what we can do with regards to changing areas. And that will become clearer as the video goes on. So to start with, let's just do a quick rundown of this. So let's just change this quickly to conversions. So 46 conversions there, instant valuations, and they're coming in at a cost of £6.31. So that's much better than it was last month. 344 clicks. Nearly 3,000 impressions, so that's how many times the advert lands, and then 46 instant valuations, and £6.31 is not that bad actually for cost, especially when it's down south, so that's good. It'd be nice if we can get that under £5, but we'll continue to optimise and get that lower, so we'll try and get more of those, less of that. Let's just do a quick experiment here. So there's something you can do at the top here, and you can change it to compare the last 30 days with the previous 30 days, so we can see if we're making improvements on the advert. So if I click apply on that, okay, so massive improvements. I know we haven't been running long, we've only been running a couple of months, but the improvements are awesome. Up 288 on clicks, up 1,000 more times your advert's been presented. We've had 41 more instant valuations because I think we only had 1 or 2 in the first month, and you can see the massive improvements when we start gathering that data. And then the cost has come down by £24 per instant valuation. Look, I'm not going to make a big deal out of these figures because we've gone from the initial month into the second month, and you'd expect a good improvement. So it'll be fantastic if we can look at next month how much we've improved from there as well. So the other thing I wanted to show you, I'll just move my head here a bit, is to do with locations. And I think you mentioned to me before about where the instant leads or the valuation leads are coming from. So let me show you this interesting tool. If we click into locations, we can see there's a breakdown of all your different locations, but more importantly, there's a breakdown of how many clicks, impressions, click-throughs, average cost per click, the cost in total, the conversion rates, the conversion themselves, and the conversion costs. So we can really analyze this and have a look at number one, which is your best performing area, and do we want to focus on that area, or do you want to focus on that area as an agent, or do you want to try and get more leads from different areas? For example, and I don't know your area, but if, for example, you tell me that properties sell really well in HA8. Okay, we'd have a look at HA8 and say, well, there's only 10 clicks, whereas in Watford there's 230. HA8 there was only 10, only 50 impressions there, and there's a 20% click-through rate, £1 cost per click, and we only had 1 instant valuation from that area. Now, if you tell me that that's the area that you want more valuations from, then all we do is we go into here and make a bid adjustment. I won't do it now, I'll consult you first, but we make a bid adjustment and we say we want to up the bids by 30% in that area. Now that doesn't mess around with your budget, so your daily budget won't increase, decrease. We're still limiting your daily budget, but what it will do is put more focus. So it's almost like going to Google as a person and saying, right, if there's any valuations in HA8, I want them. So if you need to spend more money getting them, then that's what you can do. And what it'll do is it'll reallocate the money and where it's spent. So I hope all that makes sense. If we have a quick look in keywords, we'll be able to see how the keywords are performing. So you can see all the graphs up here and what they're doing. Bit of a mess at the moment. But your top performing, just a quick look. Yeah, so your top performing keyword is actually Zoopla house value. There's a lot of people down your neck of the woods, i.e. down south, London area, etc., who use Zoopla. And so what we've done is we've been quite clever about that, and we've put the word Zoopla within the keywords. So if someone thinks, oh, what's my house worth? I'll go on Zoopla. your advert is showing up either above Zoopla or below it, or somewhere around Zoopla. And that's why we're picking up some really good leads from there. Now, if someone types in Zoopla house value, you see this column here is an impression top percentage. And what this column is it is how many times your advert comes up top of the search if someone types in that phrase. So if someone's typing in the phrase Zoopla house value, then your advert at the moment is coming up just about every time, 9.9 times out of 10. Whereas here, if someone's typing in house value estimate, it's coming up 8.5 times out of 10. But on average, for all the keywords that we put within your advert is coming up nearly 9 times out of 10. So at the moment, your figures look awesome. Once we've started, so there's something clever we can do with all this. Once we get a bit more data, and I'd say let's wait another month first, but once we've got all that, we can go in and we can start messing around and modifying these figures. So I could go, for example, into conversions, and we could have a look at the conversion value. Okay, so if we click apply on that, and you can see now that we've got another column, or we should have another column. Yep, there it is, saying conversion value. Okay, what conversion value is how much intent those conversions have got. That's probably the easiest way of explaining it. So it's a metric on what intent that person has got. So if Google picks up an algorithm that I am definitely looking to sell my house, I've been on Rightmove, Zoopla, I've been looking at all kinds of estate agents, I've got high intent. And once we've got the data, we can readjust bids and make sure that we are showing, that we are searching, or that the advert is searching for high intent customers. So in other words, your leads will get stronger and stronger by optimizing the conversion value. I hope that makes sense. I don't want to dump too much on you on this first full update, but I thought it was important to know. So if I just go back into the main part, or not insight, sorry, back into overview. And we can see the overview again. So just last couple of things on here. There's just a tiny bit more optimization. I'm just going to get done after this, get that back to 100%. We can see on here which keywords are performing the best, who's moving up, who's moving down. We can see your advert there. What else can we see on this page? We can see who's searching for what at what times and on what devices. We can see your account and billing. And then we can see, this is interesting, age, gender. So, for people that are wondering, is technology, is it too much for the older generation? No, because we're getting quite a few impressions. So over 300 of those impressions are from 65 plus, male and female, female being higher than male. And we've got very little from 18 to 24-year-olds. That's probably because they probably don't own their own houses as well. And then we can look at the time of day that people are most active. And it seems to be around sort of, you can see where it's going darker there, sort of 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night, which is to be expected. And again, what we can do is turn the bids up during that time and then turn them down at sort of 2 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock in the morning. So now that all your data is coming in, there's absolutely loads we can do with regards to optimizing certain parts of the adverts. So Richard, I hope that makes sense. Advert looks great, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.